Do you know how many files your employees have uploaded, downloaded, emailed, airdropped, slacked, or shared via Google Drive today? A lot of that data has left your organization, and you don't even know it. Visit code42.com to learn how Insider prevents data exfiltration.
And I appreciate that. So ladies and gentlemen, just with every experience that you have in life, look at what you should be learning or what you could possibly be learning from it. Because being in this position, working with Antonio, it's showing me, it's preparing me for the next step. Because there's going to be times where I'm going to have to work overnight. I'm going to have to shift time zones, shift area codes, overnight. So just take that as a learning experience. Anything that you do, take it as learning experience. And it is officially 8 a.m. for some. It's 6 a.m. for us, and I believe it is 9 a.m. for others. Thank each and every one of you for joining us for our daily morning meetings, and in some areas it's p.m. for them. So thank each and every one of you wherever you are for joining us. Mr. Smith, good morning.
I'm ready. Hey, everybody. We got a lot of futuristic stuff to talk about, show you some things. I know my audio is messed up because I don't have my microphone in on purpose. So we don't need it in right now. If you missed Jerry, we're going to show you Jerry right now.
Superstar.
Not now. If you missed him, we're going to show you Jerry. Hold on. I'm all over the place. Give me a second. All right, there we go. Get that out the way. Now let's try it again.
Building and building. I'm not waiting any longer. It's happening now. I find myself, I can't sleep. I can't sleep. There's too much that needs to be completed. And it's happening now in my reality. And I'm not waiting. I'm celebrating now. It's time. It's time to enjoy the fruits of the harvest. Sometimes it seems unreal, and yet it is very, very real. The stones are in place. They've been set, and it looks beautiful. And I refuse to wait. I'm celebrating my victory now, because it is here. My success is here and now. So I'm not waiting any longer.
Woo, 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 woo.
Come on, man.
Anybody got some comments or something?
I don't know
one of them stones.
Okay.
Can I say, first of all, I'd really like to thank some folks, the writer, producer, director, videographers. Everybody deserves so much credit. And that is just, if I have to say it first myself, that is just so cool. That is just so cool. So anyway, I'll shut up, but I had to, because that was not me. That was just a whole lot of genius behind me. And it's amazing what doing something like that, how it can boost you a little bit, you know what I mean? So yeah, go ahead.
No, that's good. Deanna shot that video, by the way, y'all.
Okay, because I was going to say, I don't know who the production team was. I didn't know, but I was just playing. But I was like, go ahead on.
Go on, Deanna. Go on.
I'm not surprised.
Reason. COO for a reason. Kids say, make him want to drink. That was scotch.
I'm about to say, what was in the cup?
That's what I want to know. What is in the
You know what I noticed? He had little pinkies, out properly while he was drinking that scotch. I saw that.
We try. We got you got to add your own little bit there.
I loved it, Jerry.
You did it, Jerry.
Jerry came up with those words. All those words. We gave him a vision, and those words were all Jerry's. Every last one of them. Yes.
Nicely done.
They were from the heart.
Jerry.
I'm going to say to all of you, friendships that you started years and years ago, go back and revisit those, because that's what that is with Jerry. I mean, we've stayed in touch and all that. Phil and him are always talking, and
you're gonna get me all verklempt now. Stop.
So nice to be able to do this together again.
You bet.
You just said something they not gonna catch until 2 decades from now.
I hope not. I hope they catch it now.
Now, y'all. Susan just came from a place of source wisdom. That is true. Outstanding.
What part of Vegas was those stones in?
I'll let Jerry explain that. He showed it to us.
Yeah, it's just about 10 miles, I think, south of the main part of Vegas. Just you go through the first little mountain range going out. That's right there. That was done. Gosh, I think that was done like 10, 30, maybe longer years ago by a very famous. I think he's a Swiss artist. But yeah, that's cool stuff, isn't it? Isn't that neat out there?
Yeah, it's really cool because I'm trying to figure out how did I miss it. I mean, the last time I was in Vegas, I was 23, but I did a lot of touristy stuff, and I don't recall even that being an option or even knowing about that. That's really, really cool.
Now you wasn't looking for no rocks when you went to Vegas?
Right.
Oh, no, I was 21. I'm sorry. I was 21.
Right.
Yeah. But I went to the Grand Canyon. I went to Colorado. I went like a whole bunch of places.
Yeah, that's fun to do that kind of a trip. But yeah, next time you have to check them out.
Super nice. It's super nice. So y'all expect more of that, because Ricasa is all about highlighting your stories, your energy, and all that stuff. So you just keep shining to the top, and we'll be flying out, shooting commercials about you. Also, the way that all this is set up is millions of people will see it, because once we highlight you, we make sure millions of people see that. Yes. One more time, unmute your mics and clap for Jerry. I really, really like that.
Go, Jerry.
Jerry.
Good man.
Go, Jerry. Awesome.
It's
Beautiful.
The music is so powerful. Original music. Music's so powerful. So
I was gonna say that too. I said, I don't know who did that music. I do know who did that music, y'all, but it is really good. I don't know how he, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how he comes up with that music, but it's like he'll listen to a lot of it and he'll say, okay, that's the one for this video. That's the one.
She's sitting in the train track.
Do you think of the music before the video shot or after the video shot?
I typically have, hold on, let me put up my mic for this. So I typically have a whole vision in my head already. And I just need to just kind of walk through the motions a little bit. So I've got everything that I want to see and hear. It's already there. And it just gets better as things unfold, because the more things unfold, the better the vision gets. But I typically have 70% of what I want something to look and sound like done in my head before I start. Yeah. And then music, I've been doing music a while, so it kind of helps. You know, my background kind of helps with some of this stuff too. Now, let's show you another.
No matter how much you study, no matter how much you pray, no matter what school you go to, it's not gonna matter if you never just be who you're truly supposed to be. Don't lose the freedom of you trying to please others. No matter what's behind you, no matter what's in front of you. From this day forward, choose to be you. The crazy thoughts, the risks to take, just take them. Don't question it, just go for it. Because you can never change someone else's perception of who you are. You can definitely live who you're supposed to be as a woman.
Come on, production team. Come on, y'all.
Y'all better work.
Amazing.
More, Deanna, more.
All right now.
So Deanna has taken, I'm going to let y'all respond.
So you just gonna sit all up on that track like that. Come on, boss on the tracks.
Yes. All barefoot on the train track, you know.
Yeah, just ball on the track.
Pedicure toes and stuff.
Who was the little baby?
That's an 8-year-old girl dominating boys in basketball.
Come on, sis.
She was for the women.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's like as a woman, Deanna has come into her own here recently, and she has taken a liking to motivating women to be powerful in a world full of men in business. So that has been her thing here lately, and I'm all for it. Because as we know from Susan, women already run the world, and I'm looking for that to continue to happen. But anyway, thoughts and comments there.
Gentle but dangerous.
All right now. That's it.
That's what I saw her sitting on the tracks. Gentle, soft, but dangerous.
I had to stop the train. Oh, I did that. I had to stop the train. So let's not get this twisted.
That's it.
Great job, Gary. You know the symbolism of the tracks too. Symbolism of the tracks.
So we was going for a damsel in distress, is what we
Yes.
were going for.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember playing on the, we go, don't you go down over the hill and play on the train tracks. Of course, we did that anyway. So how many, seeing the little girl and looks just like Deanna. And then the train tracks and her sitting there, it brought back to me childhood memories of the train tracks. And I'm sure that will other people too. You never know which of the things are going to touch people.
I saw the power in the little girl. No matter what size, no matter what you come up against, you can still dominate.
Talking well over there.
She was controlling that room, that floor. She was in control of the whole floor.
I saw her juking people. It took like a step back 3.
Just like
to me, it was Deanna sitting on the tracks showed a sort of vulnerability, but then she was vulnerable but lethal. That was what I got from it. She's vulnerable, she's feminine, but she's lethal and she's dangerous, and she can achieve anything really.
I hope you hear that. What you gonna
By her sitting on those tracks, I seen being bold. She didn't care what other people thought about her. Taking a risk. I saw her taking a risk because you have to take a risk to be on those tracks. So I see you.
Also, when I saw her sitting on the tracks, if you look above her in the background was the highway, and life was passing her by while she was sitting on those tracks, contemplating her next step or what she was going to do. And that look, technology sitting in her lap by herself, vulnerable in a dangerous position, and yet she gonna dominate. She gonna make this happen, even as life passes her by. You
Come
don't
on,
let
bro.
nobody determine what you gonna do. You gonna decide that. Come on, man. Come
We
on,
need to see this video again because I ain't see the highway. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And now I get to see it all over again just to see them passing up by. It was powerful.
Okay, we'll show both of them again for people who just hopping on. We'll show both of them again. Deanna, you want to say something?
I just want to say thank you, because I was just telling Antonio, it's amazing when you hear the feedback of what people actually think about you. And I'm just sitting here just absorbing it. So thank you. Thank each and every one of you. And Antonio, thank you.
Many times we were told.
You're a powerful woman now. You're not going to,
Oh, sorry.
It ain't like you ain't earned it now, But thank you. But you earned that. You believe that. You earned that. And I'm looking forward to you writing forewords and stuff for people soon. But don't mind me, though. Don't mind me.
Well, I tell you, it's such a pleasure to be able to work with professionals. And there's, I mean, you say, okay, here's what we're doing. Everybody gets on the same page. And you're working with people that know what the hell they're doing to start with. And if you can come to the table with that, and I guess that's part of it too, but man, no, it's and there's no waste of time. There's no waste of time. You do what you go to do. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. And I love that. I appreciate that.
That's facts. Chris had a good adjustment around here with us. So we move fast, quick. As a matter of fact, I have to thank Chris for his leadership today, because while we were here, Chris and Grace, and I think Monica recorded something like 100 videos back in the office. Yes. So it's been some crazy work happening. It's beautiful when you build something and you can leave it, and it's better when you come back. Anyway.
Antonio,
yes, ma'am.
You just talked about quick and fast, and I was just about to say, man, who gets all of this in 16 minutes? We only been on here 16 minutes, and it's been a great impact. I mean, people don't even get that in a whole hour seminary. In 16 minutes, man, that's billionaire status. That's life-changing information. That everything we just got was in 16 minutes. I'm slipping like, wow, yeah, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Wow, that's it. So like the Deanna video won't be released till like maybe Friday or Saturday. Just giving y'all inside information so you can steal it, right? But there, she's right. I didn't even think about that. Good stuff. Sugar, Dr. Sugar, I heard you wanted to say something. They sent me a message.
That was a couple of thoughts ago. But on what it is that I saw also was that we've always been told what's on the other side of the track. Well, see, we don't have to understand what's on the other side. When you go to different towns, you want the good barbecue, they send you to the other side of the tracks. Well, Deanna, she not only proved what's on the other side of the track, she showed what was on the track, and she had no fear of being on there.
You heard her. Ain't got to go to the other side with you. You are the track. I know that's right. I know that's right. Good job. Well, let me show you one more, then we'll start back from the beginning. That's so quick. I'm going to do it to you one more time. So quick.
Right. Woo, woo, woo.
I love it. I love it.
That was great.
Oh, that's good.
These are the things that I'm looking forward into being able to master when I come to Texas. Okay.
Represent.
You better say it. I have a question about that one, Tony.
Yes.
Now, I liked how you did it because it was real slick. Now, in that one, do you have one for all generations and all colors? Like,
No, you got to split them up one by one so that there's more. There's more. That one is obviously all white people, as it can be and should be for that section. And we've got some silver slippers coming as well. We got that. When you not a correction or anything, but you focus on one message, and then you just alternate. Yeah,
I got
you. Good question, though. Good question. Abby asked something similar as well a couple of weeks ago. Yes, sir.
What I think with that recent video, pure genius, because we are similar. We are identified with MLM. We're identified with multi-level, but we're not. And that Ricasa with debt going away, with hunger, with being. When you think of Ricasa, this is what we want people to go. Well, wait a minute. Debt, world hunger, debt for college. Wait a minute, hold up. What's going on with this Ricasa? It sparks people to go more to find out what's really behind Ricasa versus us being like everybody else. I love it. It is pure genius because it triggers people to go for more to find out what's behind it.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. No. Absolutely. I mean, I agree with Adrian. I agree with you. And we target, like when you look at Jerry, he's a white guy. He's certainly not me. Yeah, he's certainly not me. I don't know. So you had a whole video.
Jerry White?
You know,
damn,
right?
I was gonna say I didn't know the man was white now.
Let my secret out. I'm not even beige. Okay.
Yeah. He can't even get a tan,
Antonio, can I say one more thing?
No, yeah, go ahead.
I'm shut up. I got to put my two boys on blast right now. One's name is Shaker. The other one is Satiste. And I want everybody to know that I have talked to them individually, and you guys need to find out about those guys. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm still learning about them. They are phenomenal guys. That's what I'm just gonna say. They are phenomenal. They don't say a whole lot on the calls. They with all that technical, computer, all that background. They are phenomenal, and that's just Romy Rome talking.
No, you're right, Susan.
I completely agree with that. I do know Satish and talked with him so much on the phone before they came to the U.S. for an event. And when the first off, he sent since they both couldn't come, he sent his wife the first year and said, I'll come the next year. He let her come first as a professional woman. He put her first. And then he came the next year, and he wanted me to make, sure I took good care of her and watched over her while she was here. That said to me a lot about him being a gentleman. He's a gentleman, and that's something very important to me. And when I met him, just the gentle quietness of that giant, and such a cutie. He had the most beautiful eyes. You could just, and eyelashes, just adorable, and just so intelligent, so kind, and knowing that all the depths of knowledge and how humble he is. He's one of my favorite people.
Yeah, no doubt. So he sure is. He is that gentle in person too. He is the opposite of me, let me tell you. As far as demeanor goes, same intellect. Now, when we we'll be out in India sometime in January, early January, and you'll see a film about Shaker, and you'll see a film about Satish. You'll see that. And they will have distinctive Indian slants. Don't get it twisted. Like you will hear all of that. You will see all of that. The goal, I learned this from, anybody familiar with Charles Stanley? Andy Stanley? Andy Stanley? Okay, good stuff. Andy Stanley is a white guy. I'm using his race on purpose because it's significant to what I'm about to say. In Atlanta, with a 30,000 member church. That makes no sense. Just want to let you know that. Okay, super multicultural church, because Atlanta is Black Atlanta. I mean, let's just keep it real. Okay, so this makes no sense whatsoever. And he writes a few books. Most notable, well, there's a few of them, so you don't have most notable. One of the books is called, I think, like Art of Communication or something, and he says preachers should focus more on having one message instead of having 3 points, because you end up having 3 different messages with each point. So if you're not disciplined enough to have 3 different points reinforcing one message, and just have one message. So you'll see a lot in our production. It has one message. One message, one message, one message. And I'll tell you what happened. This is just me giving you inside information so you can take it back. You'll be surprised how many people relate to the one message. You'll be surprised, okay? You will, for the video I just showed with all the young white people, I actually relate a lot to that video without the programming. It's the music that does it for me. It's the music. I don't even see the video. I hear the music and I see the words. For me, it has nothing to do. It's the music that gets me, and it's the music that gets me with Jerry video. You get it? For Deanna, it's the freckles. It just depends. If you have, when I was selling t-shirts, I had a Pride t-shirt, and this is crazy. The men would get, most of the men would get the woman Pride t-shirt, and most of the women would get the men Pride t-shirt. Because what's up here has its own message. Just something to think about when you're doing media. People will see. I can guarantee you, when Susan saw that little girl dominating those men, that resonated with Susan. Okay, look at her. See, guarantee you. Didn't matter if the little girl was black, right? It's like, yes, get it, baby, get it. You show them, men. So you have these different messages. Anyway, let me show you again. Let's see. I hear the music first, then the words. Yeah. So just music. It's just sometimes it's a culture thing, sometimes it's not. So let's go backwards a little bit. Then I've got some more to say. Just showing this to anybody who, since it was requested, to anyone who did not get to see. Let's start off with that ponytailed guy. Yes, with the smooth voice. You may know as Jerry.
Building and building. I'm not waiting any longer. It's happening now. I find myself, I can't sleep. I can't sleep. There's too much that needs to be completed. And it's happening now in my reality. And I'm not waiting. I'm celebrating now. It's time. It's time to enjoy the fruits of the harvest. Sometimes It seems unreal. And yet it is very, very real. The stones are in place. They've been set, and it looks beautiful. And I refuse to wait. I'm celebrating my victory now, because it is here. My success is here and now. So I'm not waiting any longer.
Now, there's a lot going on there. I'll explain here in a little bit for your benefit, but I will keep moving. Here is the second one. Well, here's the third one.
No matter how much you study, no matter how much you pray, no matter what school you go to, it's not going to matter if you never just be who you're truly supposed to be. Don't lose the freedom of you trying to please others. No matter what's behind you, no matter what's in front of you. From this day forward, choose to be you. The crazy thoughts, the risks to take, just take them. Don't question it, just go for it. Because you can never change someone else's perception of who you are. But you can definitely live who you're supposed to be. As a woman.
I seen them highway then. I seen them cars driving by that. Yeah.
Okay, I just came in and I love that. I need that video to introduce to the people out there that says, regardless of where you are, you can still dominate and run a multi-million-dollar company. That was beautiful. Thank you for playing that again for me to see that. And I'll be glad when that come out. I'll start sharing that on my social media page. Yeah.
Yes.
I like it.
No, you're absolutely right. And by the end of this call, or actually before this call ends, you all have that other video, the 18-second one. You'll have it in your inboxes, and you'll know what to do with it. Now, let me show you something else. It was actually Grace that made me decide something, and I'll show you.
Tired. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of thinking I'm tired.
God bless you, Grace.
I don't even plan on stopping until I'm tired. When I was regular, I was tired. When I wanted to quit, I got tired. I don't have time to be tired. I have time to be in pain. I have time to catch my breath. But I do not have time to be tired.
Now that was good. That was great.
I like that one. Grace says I'm laying
Come
here.
on, Grace, and be a workout tired.
Yeah.
So Gracie, woo, woo, woo.
That was our first one as far as promoting Ricasa in this manner. And it was actually Grace that changed what I wanted to do in the future, because I was going to be plant better, right? It was just going to be plant better. But as I was setting a vision for Grace, and as I watched, because she was actually doing those flutter kicks for about 2.5 minutes. You only see a minute of it. She started It's probably about 3.5 minutes. She started and she kept going. And she maxed herself out and got tired. Then we hit record. And then Chris started recording. So she was already tired when y'all saw that. She had to max herself out first for the, to be realistic. This wasn't for show. So if you saw her face, curl up a little bit, it's because she was already tired.
That was for real.
Okay.
That was no acting.
Antonio.
Yes, ma'am.
Antonio, I just want to say thank you for those words. If I know I was seeing her exercise, but it was the words that caught me, because a lot of people feel that way. They're pushing, they're grinding, trying to make things happen, but they're tired. I could say I definitely relate to that. So those words of what you said is what reached me. And I mean, and me trying to lose all this weight. Yeah, Grace, I feel you. So thank you for those words. If anything, your message came out with those words, because everybody's tired, but they still keep pushing.
Yes. 20. I joked with, I think, Jerry and Deanna the other day. No, I know it was Deanna. I can't remember who it was with. I said, we're in the 8th year.
Be the candidate investment firms are looking to hire. Become a CFA charter holder. Stand out for having the skills to thrive in the competitive investment industry. Visit cfainstitute.org/learn to find out more about the Level 1 CFA exam.
I hate to break it to you, but you're in for a big surprise. 5 years from now, Jane, who's resigning today, will ring the NASDAQ bell, officially launching her company on the public market. And what you'll soon realize is that Jane stole your most valuable data to start her new company on her way out the door. Learn how Code 42 Insider can stop data theft and protect your organization's most valuable assets. Visit code42.com to learn more.
Year of 2020. We're in the
That's what
8th
you
year.
said. That's what you said.
Almost the night. As soon as we get to the 10th, it's over, y'all. We're in the 8th year of 2020. That is for sure. This has been one heck of a year. There's a Category 4 hurricane right now in October. Let's just continue to deny global warming. But don't get me started, okay? Because that is one thing. That's a button you push on me every time. And I get started.
Because if you get started, Jerry gonna get started.
We got started on it yesterday.
Might miss a flight.
Yes. Now, I switched everything to No One Suffers Alone because it's what we stand for. Well, we stand for both, Play Better, No One Suffers Alone. But I was thinking, what would I want, like if I was to die today, what message would I want to share with all the stories we're going to share with Rakeza in No One Suffers Alone, One Out? Right? That's the one for me. That's the one. That's what we stand for. That's the one. And I want people to catch that energy and then decide to join with us. I don't want them to join with us without catching that energy, right? I want to lead with that. You'd be surprised what happens. And then, yes, sir.
This is for Deanna. Write this one down. You ready? Under the cover of COVID, we released Rakeza. Under the cover of COVID, we released Rakeza. Because guess what? Nobody knows what we're doing because everybody's focused on COVID. Everybody catch that now. Catch that. I'm done.
Yeah. I designed it that way. Now, I had no idea it was going to be COVID. I thought it was going to be an economic disruption. I didn't know it was going to be so great, that it was just going to be the greatest. Like, I can't pray for a better circumstance after waiting 12 years for an economic disruption to happen. You get the economic disruption caused by a pandemic that was already there in the first place. It was hidden. It's like the best, wealth gumbo I could have prayed for. So it's been just fantastic. Just fantastic. Okay, let me show this one more time.
My sound is
The volume was missing.
Oh,
There's no
I'm gonna
sound.
say
y'all,
my
hold on.
sound is off. I'm thinking I'm losing it.
No, we still can't hear you yet. He's working on it now.
Oh, I thought I was tripping.
All right. No, no, ma'am, you weren't tripping. He's restarting it so he can get it back rolling. But guys, we're here. I loved what you said, Jerome. We are here.
Can I
Go
say
ahead,
something
Miss
in the
Adrian.
pause? I
Yes,
want you
ma'am.
to
Go ahead.
know that the whole pandemic, people are walking around like, what happened? What is this? What is that? Anyone that knew that there was something else on their heart, but they were focused on everything else in life. You couldn't take your focus off of the things that you need to do in life. So sometimes God just gives like this master reset. And we all had to take the reset. Now, in the beginning, we all was in this reset. So now with Rikeza coming out, it's like, it's a start, but it's almost like the Jonah and the whale experience. So like if you get in now while you're still, in the pandemic, you'd be so surprised that when he actually spits you out, he gonna spit you out where you was supposed to be, where he thought that you wanted to be. And it's all gonna start. It's like we're in the pandemic. He said, what is it, 8 years? I like that. 8 years of 2020. Get it together and let's get it. Bricasia is the new thing. And ATS is your thing. So you better go on and get in it before you miss it. I love it. And Sugar, where is this? I need that background. I need to come to you to get that background.
It's in my kitchen.
That is, shut up. I like it.
But what I was gonna say is 8 is new beginning. So Rikeza is our new beginning.
Amen.
All right. Thank you, Miss Adrian. Thank you, Dr. Trask. All right. And Mr. Smith, you ready? We ready for
Yes,
you.
as long as you can hear me now. All right, good. And since I can't help myself, I like to give people prompts. This is the 8th day. This is Law Day. Ain't that right, Law? Yes. This
is 8 is my magical number. It follows me everywhere.
Yes, it is. All right, let's try it this time.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
All right, well, y'all got it. Point is, it's sent to you anyway, so it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Now, did you send it off already?
Yes, I did.
All right, so whoever's in whatever groups that she sends, y'all got that video. You can use it how you want to. Eventually, it would be in the software area of your, in the marketing area of your software, along with a whole bunch of other stuff, but we'll get there when we get there, okay? A few things. You want to, the Rikeza family page, that's the group, might be easier for me to show y'all. That's the group. Don't confuse the group with the page. They're two different things, okay? I'll show you, no worries. They're both named the same, but one says family, so you can differentiate between the two. This is Rikeza page, okay? That's the page. This is like your fan page or whatever, the page. This is where all your stories are going to be and all sorts of, this is what the public going to see and have fun with us, and we're going to add value to the public. This Rikeza family is the group, okay? This is the group. This is where all of your news and information will be. So you might want to have Donald in here, Ken in here, Abby in here, okay? Y'all might want to come around and add yourself to this group, because your messages and news will go there first. Also put it in chat just in case you have not been there. Okay? There's a reason for that. I'll take Law and I will get you here in a second. Go ahead, Law.
Now, why the Minions? Because I'm a huge fan of the Minions and I love animated movies, but why did you decide to go with the Minions?
I was just riding the energy, man. I had no idea. I guess it was for you. I love to sound smart. Well, you know what, Law? I leaned back and the collaboration, I don't know, man. It was just riding the energy. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And all of you go to the group, links in the chat, that group. I'm telling you, when you get your stuff, you're going to get it there. Okay? You're going to get it there. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. All the text messages and classes getting ready to start and all that stuff, that's going to stop. Okay? I need it to stop. It takes too much of human resources. You understand? I need it to stop for the most part. But it's going to happen in a different way through push notifications. Y'all familiar with push notifications? Part of your software is you're going to have push notifications where you're going to get important news. Who's not familiar with push notifications? Have you ever had your cell phone and then some little thing popped up at the top, like CNN? Okay, that's a push notification. Okay, something like that. Good. Now, you're going to have that same thing happen to you. Okay, you're going to have that same thing happen to you. The human push is going to stop. No, the human push is not going to stop. Just, okay, well, let me start teaching then real quick. You want to, I need to quickly explain something that is very hard to understand. And all right, everybody pay very close attention. It's pretty much every single thing that I do. It is a lot of information. It is 5 steps, but this is the Holy Grail of what is steps. When the software team came in, I told them this is what was going to happen. Where's the t-shirt? I told them this is what was going to happen, and I tried to break it down to them. And I still went over the heads. So for the next year, they just had to get indoctrinated with Antonio T. Smith Jr. mind. Because I told them, Sarafia, at first, they did a fantastic job, but it would have been less friction had you listened to what I said, all of you. So listen to what I say. It's the only way I do business. Okay? It's the only way I do business. I don't do business any other way. It's not something I say out loud often. The first thing you want to do, actually, and you can get this, I didn't even make this up. You can find this out in a book called Powernomics by Claude Anderson. Okay? Now, the first thing all of you want to do is you want to build a community as fast as possible. No community, no economy. It's just like that. This is non-negotiable. You cannot have an economy without a community. You don't need loans when you have a community. Your community is your bank account. Your community is your source of information, your source of news, your data, everything. Whatever you want, it's in your community. There's a culture on planet Earth that has about 87% of what they need in their community. The system's designed that way. They can go to church and get no interest loans to start a business. If you're familiar with that, congratulations, you're part of that culture. If not, then this sounds very weird to you, okay? Just know that you must have a community. The second thing you need to do is once you get to that community, you need to focus solely and specifically on economics. Nothing else. And something I like to add to that is you need to make sure the money bounces around your community 8 to 12 times before it leaves. So once you get a community, And there's your economy. Now you need to focus solely on economics. Y'all get this wrong, because the first thing you do is once you get followers, you try to get power. Doesn't make any sense. Once you get followers, you try to run for governor or something. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It doesn't. You're getting the order out of hand, and I'll explain to you. I'll tell you what I told them. I'll tell you what I'm telling y'all. The third thing you do is after you focus on that economics, now you focus on politics. You do not get in politics before you get a large economy. And if you can't buy a politician, you lease that politician. Okay, I'm just telling you what's up. I'm telling you how this works. Now, I don't necessarily mean politics in all areas of what is politics, because politics could be your chamber of commerce. You get it? But you don't go to your chamber of commerce until you've got a lot of money. This is what y'all do. You start a business, you go to the chamber of commerce. That's an out of order step because you have no power. But when you start a business and you make a lot of money and they know about that, then you go join a chamber of commerce. They roll out the red carpet for you like they did me. Get it? Instead of paying the top tier, they say, no. Just pay $250 and then we will. And there's a bunch of stuff that was said that I probably shouldn't say on a recorded line. Okay? But you get the point.
Yeah, and Tony, we did
yes,
that when we moved. We were always involved in the Chamber of Commerce in Ohio, active all the time. And even, there's always in the city, the big chamber, and then there's the smaller suburbs that you can join their communities too. And the cost for the higher level is less. But when we moved to Fort Lauderdale, we didn't want to join at that lower level. We wanted to join at the higher level, because that's when you get into the exclusive meetings and the exclusive events and those sort of things. And that's a very big thing here.
Absolutely, especially in Texas. Well, Ohio's a swing state though, right? And Florida's a swing state, so it'd be equally as big. Yeah.
Florida was, it was real obvious here.
Yeah.
Very obvious on the events and the different things that they have. They were very open and receptive and inclusive with us, and we're friends with the president and all that. And it's a big chamber here.
In Texas, money talks. Money talks in Texas.
Yes, you gotta. So, if you can't do the main one, get involved in one of the suburb ones. There's different chambers for different areas, and be at the top in that one and get active and involved with your business.
Yeah, absolutely. See, let me pause right here because Susan brings up a good point. I typically teach y'all about those 6 things I'm always showing you. That's what I typically teach you about that. Let me pull them up real quick so you can have a good idea of what I'm talking about. All right, sharing my screen. This is what I typically teach y'all about. I do this. Please know, I mean this very seriously. Like, only do this. I show this to you all the time. Only do this. However, what I'm telling you right now is the power inside of this. If I show you this, like, real power is felt, not seen. So if you see this, you should know there's a felt powering this. Almost everything I know about business comes from the hood. Almost every single thing I know. Almost every single, like 98% of what makes me successful in business came from the streets. I'm just telling you. There's some of the greatest businessmen on planet Earth are sitting right in the hood. It's amazing how we even survive. Amazing. Now you should get, this is just think of it as what's his name? I just said his name. Powernomics. Charles Anderson says, this is 5-story building. I just gave you 3 stories. You don't move to politics before you move to money. Stop letting people tell you that money is not serious. It is serious. But if you're going to be, there's a reason why, and I tell the engineers this, I'm telling you the same thing, and somebody made me bring this out, so I'm telling this to you. There's a reason why I do business this way, and I'll show you here in a second. The fourth thing you need to do is after you get that political power, whatever that is, then you need to go to court. You need to own the courts. You need to own your own court system. Police, legal, you need to own it. And if you can't own it, you need to control it. It means you need to write new laws. Don't get it twisted. You just watch Amazon do it. I promise y'all, Amazon is going to have more drones, more self-piloted, they actually call it unarmed aerial vehicles, is what they call in the military, than the Army. And Amazon just got the laws changed last month. Amazon's going to have more helipads than governments. I can guarantee you sometime here in the future, there will be filler stations and fuel up stations and power stations that Amazon will own in between downtown cities. Go ahead, Phil.
Congress just submitted a 400-page report about breaking up the big tech companies, just like they broke up the telecommunications companies. That's why they broke up the oil companies. They broke up the trains. They broke up the coal companies. So this is something that not people were paying attention to because of all the other distractions. But they're looking to break up all the big tech companies.
Yep. Yep. Y'all hear that? And I can't wait to start teaching on it because it's a whole lot of stuff there. So you want to start controlling the laws. Please know Antonio gets laws changed and controls the laws, what happens around here. And the last thing you want to do is control media, which brings us to now why I had to explain all this here. You want to control your media. So when I tell you, you need to go to the Ricasa family group, that's me on the fifth step, controlling the media. It's me telling you no longer will we have fragmented media. It's going to be in one spot. In the future, very near future, it's going to be in two spots, same one spot. It's going to be in that group, and it's going to be on the company blog. So if you want to know where to get what's the details on the contest, or what's this happening, where is this conference, or whatever it is, it just doesn't matter because there's a lot of stuff coming out. It's going to be in one central location. Okay, because you're building this building. Now, the reason why, I hope you got those 5 steps. I don't do any business any other way. Now, I had to move number 5 to number 2 ASAP and do 2 and 5 simultaneously. The reason I had to do number 5 and move it to number 2 is because I'm a young Black guy. No one was listening to me. I couldn't get in the newspaper. Do you understand? Like I'm not, I'm just trying to keep it real with you. So what I had to do was create my own newspaper. I need you to get the Galveston Daily News. Will never have access to me. They're going to have to snoop. They've just done so much grimy, dirty stuff to me. I just don't want none of that energy. You understand? They can never interview me. It's just never going to happen. It's never going to happen. I have more reach than them 80 times. I don't need them anyway, so I'm not even hurting myself. It's the oldest newspaper in Texas, by the way. Oldest newspaper in Texas. But there was someone keeping me out because they couldn't understand how someone like me can come from Galveston. And I'm sure Justin already guessed it. They were Black. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. It is what it is, man. So, it wasn't Jerry. It was one of us. All right. It was one of us. But nevertheless, you know how that goes. You want to control it. Again, I didn't make this up. This is in a book called Powernomics by Claude Anderson. I said Charles Anderson earlier. Claude Anderson. You can get a more detailed story on that, but he's one of the anyway. He's just fantastic. He's just fantastic. Last couple of things. I've checked out Arshia's event space. Beautiful, by the way. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Yes, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. She's got like the whole downtown Houston, basically, is what that was. I mean, she was walking forever showing. It was 3-minute, 46-second video. She was just walking all over the place showing that.
And I was the narrator.
Yeah, she was the narrator. Yeah, definitely fantastic. I most certainly think that you should use it for you in the way you said it, the way you, Chris, said it. Most certainly. Not sure if it's going to work for us. The space does, but let me tell you the vision, and this will make some sense, and then we're out of here. We want to do 5 events a year. Just 5, and all of them. Check on that hurricane real quick. Right there. No, you just turn around. No. Where's him? Okay, we good. Louisiana's not good. All right, sorry. The 5 major events, all will be major. 4 once a quarter, and 1 big one. Here's my goal. And this is one of those things, Abby, when I say something and people go, that's not going to happen, Antonio. Jerome, this is me saying it right now. They're going to tell me the same thing. And I've been working on it for a whole year now. And Patricia, all they're going to say is, that's impossible. You can't do that. And I don't know why they keep telling me this stuff when I just keep proving them wrong. But anyway, the main event, the one a year, I want to rival the World Series, FIFA World Cup, WrestleMania, Summer Olympics. I want the event to be so big that it is actually one of those world events where everybody stops and watch. Super Bowl. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And WrestleMania is up there, right? Like, you can actually Google top sporting events, and WrestleMania is like 6 or something. It's still that big. It's crazy what Vince McMahon has done to that. It's crazy. So I just want you to know that this is how big I'm talking about Arshia and everybody. And I'll probably rotate it. It may be, yes, you need a stadium then. Yes, ma'am. And I'll probably rotate it once in America, once overseas. It'll do something like that. Or maybe one of those other events. But that's the deal. And the quarterly meetings are going to be called Super Saturdays, maybe right now or something, until somebody changes the name. I say Super Saturdays, yeah, for now, until I feel like changing it. And then those will be pretty big. Here's the deal. I want Shaker. I want it to be so big, so fantastic. And I'm not talking about the hoopla, because you come, and I want you to come. I want you to make money 2 ways. When you leave, I want you to make money from Ricasa, like, oh my God, I'm so pumped up. Let me bring people in. And I want you to make money with the information we gave you. Oh my God, I'm going to go start my own app right now or something, right? I want you to do something like that.
Antonio, so it's kind of like Grant Cardone's 10X concerts, kind of like.
You can do. Yep, that'll be just fine. Yep, that'll be just fine. Grant Cardone 10X. Let's say 33% Grant Cardone 10X. Let's say 33%. But absolutely. Yeah, he gave a good model of how to get that done. So that's what we would do. Now, he does it a tad bit more than what I want to do. I don't want to, because he does like quarterly events plus monthly events. I don't want that. I don't want an event-based business. Here's what I want. I want people from all over the world, wherever we are, here's how many tickets we got. Sign up. Here's your letter so you can get a visa. Let's roll. First come, first serve. But what I want to do, what makes it, that's why I said 33% different, Abby, is because what I want to do is I want to highlight all the people who are changing lives. I want to give away cars on stage, as I've been saying. I want to identify people who just promoted to R2, R3. So I want to borrow from network marketing in that respect as well too. But what I really, really, really want to do, and I just mentioned this, and I'll just say it again, is I really want to get on stage and give away hundreds of thousands of dollars to people, changing the lives of other people. That is why I want these events to be big. And I want it filmed, and I want Arshia to cry. And I'm talking about the snot nose cry. Don't you even cry pretty. My eyelashes better fall off crying. I want all of it. I want it as you get into your new car. Jerome, Law, I want all the tears. You understand what I'm saying? So we go viral with the good music, have Chris record it, and then boom. I want people to go back into the Islamic communities and pay off, mosque or whatever it is they got to do, get barbershops, whatever it is. I want to be instrumental, have us do that. Ghetto cry. Yeah. 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 What'd you say? I'll mute your mic.
I was about to tell you what Ken wrote in the chat.
That's what I want, the ghetto cry. I want to be able to, the world hunger stuff, I want to be able to have a lump of money or a big check and say, ladies and gentlemen, because of your efforts, we just had a whole animation on the screen. We just paid, blah, this country, this, and then maybe we have a vote in the crowd. Pick a zip code. Whose zip code? Who's got student loans? Right in there. We paid that off right then and there. We randomly pick our zip codes, especially for one of my visions is for Christmas, every Christmas, just to randomly pick our zip codes and take care of them student loans, man. That stuff is crazy. That stuff is crazy. Anywho, that's
if you want to start with 77550, I'm just saying.
I do understand. I'm sure there's some other zip codes out there that.
Hold up now. Hold up.
Yeah, how about 77065, the place you don't want to travel way out to?
Oh, yes, we're close. Who is that talking? I'm close to you.
That's Michelle. She way out there.
I'm over there, Michelle.
Cool beans, honey, cool beans.
Ain't that about West Road and stuff? Ain't that way out there?
Yep. 1960 Beltway, West Road.
Yeah, 249.
Girl, I need a full meal. You understand? Coming way out there. That's how people say Houston is an hour away from Houston. That's where Saraphia and Michelle is at. An hour away from Houston while being in Houston.
It's the best area of all areas.
Yes.
No, it's a good area.
Yes,
I ain't never seen nobody get robbed out there now. It's a good area.
Let me tell you how blessed. I'm telling you, I've been in Houston 7 years. When Harvey came, being on this side of town saved us. And when this last storm came, being on this side of town, we're right next to the highway. And this is the sad thing. Now, you talking about investing. This is what's sad since I've been in Houston. The areas where the drainages are, it's a setup because it's certain areas of Houston that got flooded that other sides didn't get flooded because their drainage systems were better or intact. Oh, yeah. So this side of town has really been a blessing. No water. Whole one side of Houston flooded, but all our water went down in the drain. So it has really been a blessing on this side.
No, it's nice. I used to stay with my brother out there in 2008 when I started making some good money, changing the stuff. He lived in Katy, the new part of Katy, off of Greenhouse Road. And so kind of since 1960, wasn't too far away, just take Highway 6 up and loop around. Now, I know a little something about there. You understand. Let's say I've got a lot of stories about vodka and lemonade out there. Let me tell you. A whole bunch of stories I can share with you one day. Great area. It's just far. Michelle is far. I'm going to have to change that. Yeah,
Oh, no, sir. Because out in this area, we much higher up. We may get a lot of storms, but like she said, we don't get much flooding because we're more elevated. I don't know how, but 90 Beltway area, Katy, Cypress area, we're more elevated. So I'll stay out here with the Caucasians. I'm sorry.
I'll be out there.
Yes.
I'll be out there to visit soon. So you just give me some Ezekiel bread and whatever Susan say. I don't know what she.
Yeah, we'll make sure we take care of you, sir. I may take you to Burns Barbecue or something. You know.
Well, I got a
Or some
garden, so
Lucille.
you have fresh organic fruits and vegetables.
Look at God. Look at
Michelle, I'll come to your house and cook along with you.
It sound like my friend.
That's it. So that's the future vision
wanna see
part
this.
of it. That's the future.
Come on, sugar. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me shut up. I'm sorry.
There is an esoteric training today. It's going to be fun. I'll be on a flight, but don't miss it because they have their instructions and things to say that came from me. So don't worry about it.
Sir, I need you to take a look at Reginald's screen.
Phone 9. That too far over there, man. That's too far. That too far.
The real 49ers.
The real 49ers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, you make sure Seraphia gets the meeting code and stuff, and let's make sure that everybody gets that. Once your software comes out, there's a whole section for that as well. So we will make sure you all, everything will get a lot easier. We'll be out the stone age on certain things. Big 5 events. One of them I do want to be as big as the World Series, as big as, and I'll tell you what I'm drawing inspiration from. It's actually not none of these sports events. It's drawing inspiration from 2 of them, WrestleMania and esports. Some of the largest events now, they're esports. One of the largest games had 400 million people watching. That was more than the NBA, more than the NFL, more than the World Series. I'm drawing a lot from esports and expect me to be taking over esports real soon. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you. We'll be getting some luxury cars from Ken soon because that's what we do. And y'all have a good time. Looks like Jerry is on his way to come pick us up. I appreciate that. And we'll be back in Texas and lose 2 hours. And then the next flight will be a couple of them out to some of you and then to India to do some more stuff. As long as you're doing great, we'll be flying out to you to help you do great. And then real soon, Justin to take over, and you'll start hearing from him in e-commerce a lot as soon as the software is available. So get ready.
We're working hard on that right now.
They're working hard on it right now. Justin's a great leader. So a lot of the stuff you'll be hearing will be coming from him next. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plant better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. Love you more.
For the ones who know that a little late is always too late, and that the clock doesn't stop just because you're missing a part, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. And our Keep Stock inventory management solutions help ensure you have the right stuff in the right place at exactly the right time. Visit Grainger.com/keepstock to learn more. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Do you know how many files your employees have uploaded, downloaded, emailed, airdropped, slacked, or shared via Google Drive today? A lot of that data has left your organization, and you don't even know it. Visit code42.com to learn how Insider prevents data exfiltration.